let's talk about a quarterback we haven't seen in the NFL yet. If I said Shedeur Sanders is going to be the best rookie quarterback in this class, do you believe it or not?
I have a deeper level of understanding because I know whenever I get my opportunity, I got to maximize it.
Shedeur, there is a 5% chance Shedeur is the Browns franchise quarterback. 5%. When the other three guys are combined 0% and you're going to be a terrible team, the moment the year has gotten away from you, you got to play Shedeur.
Look, I've been researching the NFL for the last 7 to 8 years deeply, obsessively, and what I think just happened at Browns camp might be the biggest training camp turning point I've seen in a long time. Shedeur Sanders didn't just have a good day. He went 15 for 15 in a full-contact quarterback competition against a defense loaded with NFL veterans. No drops, no near picks, just pure execution. And the crazy part? This wasn't just numbers. It was swagger, control, leadership. The entire energy of the practice shifted. Coaches stopped talking. Veterans watched in silence. This wasn't hype. This was dominance. You could literally feel the future arriving. Right there, right then. And everything changed. Now, contrast that with Dillon Gabriel, and the meltdown was painful to watch. I've covered quarterback collapses. I've seen pressure ruin promising careers. And this had that written all over it. He went 3 for 18. 3 for 18. And every miss felt heavier than the last. The body language was brutal. Shoulders slumped, helmet off, standing alone on the sideline while the team huddled elsewhere. This wasn't just a bad day. It looked like a quarterback breaking down. And in the NFL, perception matters. You can lose a locker room without even knowing it. And by the looks of things, that's exactly what happened. You could feel the tide turn, and Gabriel wasn't swimming, he was drowning. Let's talk Kevin Stefanski, because this dude has been stone cold when it comes to rookies, and he doesn't hand out praise lightly. But something cracked after that practice. Stefanski, the same guy who barely acknowledged Shedeur during OTAs, pulled him aside after practice. Not for 5 seconds, not even for a quick handshake. They had a deep conversation for nearly 3 minutes. And when Stefanski walked away, he told Sanders, "Prepare like you're starting Pittsburgh." I've studied this league. Head coaches don't say that unless a decision is being quietly made. This wasn't coach speak. This was a message. And for the first time all camp, it sounds like Stefanski has seen the light. But what blew my mind even more was how the locker room reacted. Because in the NFL, it's one thing to impress your coach. It's another thing to earn the respect of the vets. Joel Bitonio, a Pro Bowl guard, a team captain, told reporters, "That kid's got it." Amari Cooper, Mr. Calm and Quiet, actually wrapped Shedeur up in a hug and said, "That's my quarterback." And Myles Garrett, the face of the defense, he told the media that Sanders forces you to tighten up on every snap. These are not hollow words. These are foundational players picking a side. And they're not just supporting a rookie. They're rallying behind the next era. Now listen, I know there were questions when the Browns drafted Shedeur Sanders. 5th round? Too flashy? Primetime son? But after this, none of that matters anymore. This isn't about potential, it's about proof. And this practice wasn't some quiet, closed-door scrimmage. It was a statement heard across the league. One camp insider even called it the end of the quarterback competition. And if you ask me, he's right. The players feel it, the fans feel it. Even the coaching staff is slowly, carefully aligning. What we just saw was the moment Shedeur Sanders won the building. And if Cleveland has the guts to ride this wave, they may have just found the quarterback they've needed for decades. But let's not forget what this means for Dillon Gabriel. Once viewed as the presumptive starter, he's now sliding dangerously close to trade bait. And that's the cold reality of the NFL. One day you're QB1, the next you're forgotten. I've seen it with Josh Rosen, I've seen it with Dwayne Haskins. The league moves fast, too fast. And this is what separates the men from the myth. Gabriel still has tools, sure, but the Browns don't have time for maybe. Not anymore. Not after today. And honestly, if the locker room is already leaning towards Shedeur. So here's the real question. Will the Browns have the courage to do the obvious? Because I've been following this league closely for almost a decade, and I've seen teams hesitate in moments like this. Scared of optics, afraid of headlines. But this is different. The locker room's already made the decision. The film already made the case. Shedeur Sanders won the job, period. And if Stefanski truly wants to win, if the Browns truly want to turn the page on mediocrity, they'll name him the starter before August ends. Because the future is knocking, and if Cleveland doesn't answer, someone else will. This wasn't just a great practice. It was a quarterback takeover in real time. And don't underestimate what this does to the locker room chemistry. I've studied team dynamics for years, and when players sense a shift, when they start believing in one guy, the whole building moves different. You saw it with Russell Wilson in Seattle as a rookie. You saw it with Dak Prescott when Romo went down. The moment Shedeur Sanders stepped up, the offense played with more rhythm, more energy, more trust. And trust is rare in the NFL. You can't coach it. You can't fake it. It's earned, throw by throw, huddle by huddle. And that's exactly what Shedeur did in one afternoon. He didn't just win a practice. He won the pulse of the entire team. But here's where it gets real. The Browns are no longer flying under the radar. After this performance, every media outlet, every analyst, every scout across the league just circled week 1. This isn't just a training camp feel-good story. This is the NFL's most polarizing rookie quarterback, threatening to steal the spotlight from Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, and Caleb Williams. And look, I've followed this league through quarterback busts, breakout stars, and media distractions. Shedeur Sanders is cut different. The spotlight doesn't rattle him. He thrives in it. This kid's been on camera since Pop Warner. So if you're expecting him to fold under the pressure, you're watching the wrong film. He was built for this. And finally, to the Browns organization, I say this: don't wait. Don't overthink. Don't play the political game with draft positions, veteran loyalty, or fan optics. The team has already chosen. Now it's time for the front office to follow. I've studied draft narratives and player development for almost a decade, and nothing kills momentum like indecision. You've got a locker room ready to go to war for this kid. You've got veterans inspired, coaches adjusting, and fans finally hopeful. Don't stall that energy. Don't let hesitation become regret. Because Shedeur Sanders is more than just a 5th-round pick. He's your spark. He's your moment. And if you blink now, you might miss the start of something legendary.